Hey, hey, hey. Guess who's back. Back again. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All right, so post Southeastern Regional Championship talk. Want to shout out to my true fans and subscribers. Thank you guys. Also to my most recent one, Clinton, who I ran into and conversed with. I even believe we did some polling as well before, way before. Good Lord. Because how they did it is they did the pros first, then they did the masters and women, and then the amateurs was last. So yeah, it took freaking forever to finally compete in the one class that I competed in. But yeah, shout out to my true fans and subscribers. Thank you to all who watched this, sharing your time, giving two shits. I appreciate it. Want to shout out to Boom, Mr. Sean Hancock, who said I sucked out loud on the mic. This is for you, Boom. For you guys interested, this was something he passed out after you applied for the tournament and everything. So if you're interested, hopefully it's clear enough or what have you. But yeah, it's Frog Fuel Ultra liquid sport fuel, and he's got the little scanner code there and everything. If y'all are interested in this, check it out. It was pretty tasty. I put it in my water sometime later on because all I had that day was just a bowl of fucking grits. That was it, and not like a big bowl either. And thankfully, when I weighed in, I was where I wanted to be. I did not want to. I thought because of how loosely I basically was with the drinking and just doing me and everything, that I was going to be facing the 230 class amateur, right? I didn't think I was going to make 110 because 2 days prior, I weighed 210 on the dot. And they don't have a 3-pound clothing allowance like Florida does. So I weighed in at 205. So where can I start? See, like I was saying earlier, it took like freaking forever to compete. I think it was like maybe around 4 p.m. I finally was able to compete. I was so fucking ready to go. Oh my goodness, because backstory to this place, right? This was the last place where the late great Blake Thomas Moore competed at before he died in August last month. And if you don't know who that is, arm wrestling wise, he was the #1 left-hander in the 198-pound class in the state of Georgia after beating Joe Rogers not this last Alabama State, but the previous one, left-handed. Blake was a left-hander. He was strong on the right too, but his money arm was his left. And it's crazy how that's become that for me, because when I first started and everything, even because of who I am, I'm a right-hander, and for months there at the beginning of my journey, I mostly trained my right, but I also trained my left too, so I wasn't terribly too uneven. So I basically trained even, but I mostly did focus on my right. Well, I had that injury the week after my first tournament, and then shit changed. And then I did do a little bit of pumpkin training on the left. But, my money arm is my left arm. and I cashed in on it this time as opposed to February in the Alabama State, where I just cashed in on my right because I still had like a lingering pain in my left arm. Wasn't too bad, but I just said, fuck it, I just do, you know. And really, it was a financial thing too. Just like with this one, I mean, Boom and them, they were charging for the amateurs $40 an arm, and they also charged you if you, I don't know how much though, if you wanted to pull up. In the pros, they charged $50 an arm. But you know, they had a nice setup. They had the stage. They had like this real nice backdrop screen and stuff. They also had an area after you got your medal, whatever, where you could have the PAL backdrop thing and take a picture. I wasn't really too worried about that. I have just changed my profile picture now with a more Georgia theme to it because I am a Georgia native. I was born in James Brown Town in Augusta, Georgia, right over there at the University Hospital, which is right next to the hospital and children's hospital that my family helped build, and where my second daughter was born as well, and I was there for that. It was a very special moment. But anyways, seemingly the crowd wasn't as much. It just seemed, especially at the beginning, but once it was one of them things where it's like even past 11, you had a lot of latecomers. You had Paul Passmore showing up late. You know, I'm kind of getting the drift with these big name people. They got a little weight to them. You know, they can actually get away with showing up late and stuff. But far as Boom said in an open comment over the microphone, there was at least like 200 entrances. So it was somewhat, it just didn't seem as much as like Alabama State was. Maybe I was wrong, but yeah, so Candy Passmore was there. She's so nice. She gave me a hug at the end. Paul Passmore, I mean, he's befriended me. I don't know why he wants to be my friend and stuff, but I mean, Paul had a bad day. He felt pretty confident on the right though, because he did not like. I mean, you people got to understand. Paul Passmore is a number 10 left-handed puller in his weight class in the nation on the armfighter.com site, and that's basically the site you go to find out your actual national ranking in the U.S. And he's ranked. And man, Justin Bishop's brother, fucking shocked me, man. Because I mean, beforehand, or was it afterwards? No, it was beforehand, because I had noticed Josh there before he competed, and he supposedly hasn't trained for like 2 years and done a tournament in 2 years. So I was seriously like, something ain't right here. So everybody in the Bama chat was calling him the Hitman though, because I let Justin know. I was like, bro, your brother just beat the top 10 left-handed puller, dude. Paul Passmore just could not get outside his hand. It was real sticky. Overall, it just wasn't Paul Passmore's day. But I mean, I don't think it's really a bad thing, because you got to understand, just not too long ago, he had a huge event. He was at the Challenger Series and he smashed a European decisively. Now, I don't think I'm going to mention some of the rumors I've been hearing, but from what I have been hearing, it's some more Ingan-Tursey bullshit, you know. So, and I have been giving Paul Passmore some advice on how to deal with some of the stuff, because he's asked, and I just would give him some, you know, some of my. Now, him asking me for advice is like really huge, because it's like, I'm nobody. Yes, I am sponsored to an arm wrestling event, and yes, my name is out there. I mean, shoo. For example, right? Sean Boom Hancock was calling out all the entrances' name, and when he got to mine, I was like, you know. And then all of a sudden, out loud, he said on the microphone, "Yeah, Eric sucks." He totally blasted me, but it was funny. It was cool. It was whatever. Afterwards, though, I hollered at him and said, "Hey, Sean, who sucks now?" Then he came over, shook my hand, and said, "This is the most annoying motherfucker on Facebook. This guy will do this, that, and the third, but we love him," and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it was a great event. I finally got to meet one of my inspirations to this sport. And I tried not to be like, "Oh, God, Tim Bresnan." Yeah. But it's very nice to finally get to meet you, because I should have met him had I good communication with one of my employers that I had last year. I would have met him a year ago, but it just wasn't in the cards. So, you know, I shook his hand, and he's big. He's a big man. Goddamn, Ron Bath is a big dude. Whew. That motherfucker's like 6'2", 6'3", and jacked. I thought Ron Bath was like a John Berzane, you know, like a 6-foot dude, you know, whatever. But god damn, both of them. I mean, Tim Bresnan is just taller than me too. Let's see what's going down here in the comments. We got anything going on? What's this? What the hell? Communication moderation? What the hell is that all about? Share. What's the plus? Start a poll. Oh, shit. Reconnecting. Okay, sorry about that. I'm messing around with these buttons because I cannot see. Oh, well, fuck it. I can't see any chats down here, but yeah, that's fine. So, let's see here. Spencer came. I kind of sent him a lengthy message like, dude, man, because like he's got this mindset of it just being a hobby, whatever. And this dude is so motherfucking strong. He is so motherfucking, on both arms, he's fucking strong. Spencer Virgin is his name. This dude, I swear to God, and yes, he is black. I swear to God, this dude, if he takes this sport seriously, he's going to become a serious name in this sport, because he is so strong on the internal rotation and on the inside, man. It's just, he's nasty. He's very promising career if he takes this seriously, but he's just, he's not that serious about it. Manuel was there with his old lady. Spencer and his daughter competed. That was cute. She got a medal. Manuel's old lady competed, and she got second place, or she got a medal, I believe, but she got a victory over this woman who I believe has been arm wrestling for a while now. And she's she's got a little bit of some natural top rolling skill there, because she put up a fight with this lady. It was a grinder. And she got her first victory at her first tournament. It was cool. Her first name, I believe, is Taylor, but it's Manuel's old lady. The footage y'all have seen, if y'all follow me or whatever, is courtesy of Manuel. I asked him to look out for me, and he only had 2 clips. So shout out to Manuel for what you got me. It was good enough. I mean, so I could show off how dominant I was. I'm telling y'all, nobody, and now here's the thing, right? There were, and I seen it on the computer and everything, the lady told me to, but there were 5 other entrances in the 210 class that I competed in. But they were running 2 tables, right? So they were doing the small and the big, right? And what I mean by that is they were running the 190 class at the same time as the 210. Well, my buddy Luke, who I used to train with, Luke Rovig, very promising dude too. That dude has only been practicing and training for the sport for just like a few months, and he is strong too, man. I mean, in the inside and everything. But I know I could beat him on the left, so I knew that I wasn't worried about him being in the tournament and us running into each other. But the problem was because they were running it that way. He was seriously going from table to table, so I don't know. I know I remember seeing him compete in the 210 first, far as I was paying attention. Then he told me what happened, so I never faced him in the tournament. So there was only, as far as I can remember, 3, 4 guys. So I'm thinking my record is probably going to show up technically on the AERSarms.com site as 4-1 or 5-1. Either way. And by the way, that one loss came at the hands of one of my inspirations, lovely Tim Bresnan. Fucking those IFA rules, man. Jesus Christ, those IFA rules are ass. I swear to God, I mean, I was limp as a fucking noodle the second time around, right? After he fouled me once. And then, I mean, I didn't fucking move or nothing. Swear to God, I was limp as a noodle, and he fouled me again. You know what I did? I looked at him like this, said a few words, I walked away, and then I flicked his ass off because I was like, that was bullshit, man. So, yeah, I got 1 loss on fouls. Yeah. But after Paul Passmore and him talking on the side on the stage, I realized that I got to kind of give him a little bit of this. I mean, and I kind of did. I still was, trying to get any and everything. And I also, every time, would make a point to get on what they call the good side of the table. Because the refs don't tell you to go here or there first, right? In any kind of match. Now, in a professional setting, they actually flip a coin for it on East versus West or whatever. But in these tournaments, my ass is trying to beat my opponent to the table so I could get on the good side. Because when you're on the good side, you got the down ref here and the head ref there. I'm trying to get any and everything. I mean, I ain't playing with it, We're getting dirty. Woo! Like Ric Flair, baby. But, my first gold medal. And I'm telling y'all, this thing is like 4 pounds, maybe 5. I mean, this thing is fucking hot. And it's got weight to it. Very nice collar. It's got the boom fist and all that stuff. Very nice fabric, soft. And I'm very proud of it. This was, like I said earlier, this was the last place that Blake competed in. And this was my first time here. I'm a Georgia native. It's a Georgia tournament. This is my home turf, I was, and I showed out, boy. Sorry I couldn't get y'all that footage, but I'm telling you, I could show you one, but I'm cut off on the side of the screen. But I mean, I'm showing out like Travis Bajent and just like say my name and yeah, you know, I'm just fucking turned up, baby. I turned up. Goddamn crowd was silent. They just had this one guy said he was going to be cheering for me. Real nice guy. OG, old school, you know. So, yeah, I actually did drink before I competed, take the edge off. Also took 2 goody powders beforehand too, just in case, you know, take the edge off of whatever minor aching pain or whatever. Just to numb my ass out, get the blood flow going. And then with the alcohol, just to mellow me out. I had my smelling salts and I did use them. I really felt like after the, I want to say second win I was like, I got this shit in the bag. I got it in the bag. Nobody is strong in this class today because I knew by face all the entrances and stuff, and I knew for the most part, like 3 of them, 2 of them at least, were newbies. I mean, the only way Luton maybe could have got me is if he could somehow get it to a situation, probably in the strap, and get me inside. And then maybe I would be in trouble. But Luke has a weekend. But like I said, I never faced him because he was having to do 2 classes. They were running both the classes he signed up for ahead of time. He actually pre-registered and everything. He did very good. He did very good, too, for his first tournament, man. I know his folks were proud because come to find out, his grandfather, I didn't know it. His grandfather, who's a real jokester and shit, came up to me and had a conversation like, what was that you were sniffing earlier? I was like, that was my smelling salts. And then eventually after explaining it, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm like, dude, man, what the fuck? He was a real funny guy. Then I got to meet his grandmother. I wasn't introduced or anything, but yeah, he had his grandparents there. So it was a good day for him, good day for Spencer. A lot of guys were kind of like, what the fuck is Spencer doing the amateurs? And I mean, he just chose to do it. It was his choice, you know, it's whatever, you know. It's technically Spencer's second tournament. He can do that. Because, I mean, until you win 3 amateur tournaments, you can do whatever you want. I mean, but after that 3, then you're moved up, you know. Then you have to do a pro. I could still do another one. But I'm thinking after November, I think I'm just not going to do any tournaments until November. I'm just going to ride this out. And then afterwards, the next tournament I do for my left arm only, I'm going to tab or trickle into the pro. I may. Don't hold me to that. I may change my mind for whatever reason. But my left arm is definitely more on its way to the pro level than my right. My right is just, I don't know. Ooh, look at that fatness right there. Ooh. It's actually a lot better over here, though. It's my left. Yeah. So proud of this. Manuel, he is still growing. But once he finally starts getting some wins, his ego, I know, is going to start flying to the roof. But his old lady placed, which wasn't too hard. There wasn't too many lady applicants there. But it was all good, you know. Did see Lucky there, and I didn't want no fucking trouble with that bullshit. So, yeah, I just kept my distance. I mean, I ain't got nothing to say to her. She ain't got nothing to say to me. Did say hello to Candy. And Paul Passmore actually wanted to do some polling and teach me or show me a few things after the tournament too. I really appreciate you, Paul. If you ever see this, Paul, man, I already know what you're going through right now, and this, that, and the third. You know, just take it easy, rest. You know, get old sweet Candy, get her to rub that, you know, rub the shoulder and stuff. It's what wives are good for. I'm jealous. But anyways, it was overall a really good day for me. It wasn't until today I started thinking about Blake and getting emotional. Actually, after I donated some plasma for some well-needed extra money, because I'm after the tournament, I had like $9 left and some change. So I mean, I was seriously, and that was only because I bought 2 motherfucking drinks, which were double shots of Jack with ginger ale for $19.08. I mean, that shit was expensive, but you know, I needed some liquid courage to keep me. Oh, by the way, we got to mention this. For all my real followers and stuff who seen me do that clip where I was blindfolded, right? What the story was is there was a guy by the name of Bailey Teetsort who is a 260. He's like 250, 260, 240. Big dude, taller than me by like an inch or two. Me and him were eager to meet each other. I guess I talked some hard shit. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm really aggressive on the trolling or whatever online. But anyways, me and him finally met, and I smashed his ass, both right and left. He did not have shit for me. So unfortunately, though, I did not have my blindfold. That's all I'm gonna say. Bailey, me and you talked. Bailey, you talked shit right in my face when I'm looking you dead in your eyes, and that's okay. That's fine. I've learned to choose and pick my battles. After that shit was done, it's all squash, Bailey. You know, you're fine with me, man. I mean, I knew I had you before I even finally arm wrestled you. The one that got me though was Joey Seagraves on the left. Oh, he's a clever little turd. Yep, he's a clever little turd. He's got a shoulder press on him. Well, there's a solution for that. And don't mistake me, because like I know I know a little something, because I did change up from a hook position to a low hand to try and stop that. And then I was able to just get a slip and then go to the strap. But next time, I'm going to have to set my elbow more far on the side of the pad, get your ass outside that shoulder with that fucking shoulder press shit. Yeah, and I'm probably going to have to get a little bit stronger too, because I got to give you props, Joe. You strong, bro. You strong, and you fast, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to finally meet you too. But anyways, what else can I say here? I think I might have said any and everything. Hold on a sec. Okay. It goes off after like almost 30 minutes and turn it back on. But, you know, I'm just super proud of this. You know, pat on the back, you know, everything. I mean, I could have trained a lot harder. I will say that, you know. I am kind of like lazy, you know. I just follow the John Brzezinski thing and just I don't try and push as hard as I know. Like most of these, especially like people like Paul Passmore, who may work out like every fucking day or every other day, and do this, that, and the third. And I've just learned that rest is really a key thing, because I've seen things within myself personally, physiologically, through rest. Like, for example, I did almost 3 weeks off before this tournament, right? And this is just one example. I can give you previous examples too about rest, right? But after I'd done that motherfucking tournament, my left was not blown up or sore or any fucking thing. So I basically blew over every single fucking one of them. Now, the last one did go to the strap, but that was because this asshole, which was the first guy I beat, I had to face his ass again. This punk ass, fucking seriously, after the first time I beat him, got so pissed off at me. He fucking said, "Oh, you can't do that to my right. Why don't you sign up for the right?" Then I told him, you know, whatever good excuse I had, because I mean, I only had so much money, so I cashed in on the left, you know. I mean, $40 an arm. I mean, come on. I wanted it. Now, I did want to originally do both arms. Don't get me wrong. I just did not have the fucking money. I didn't have it. So I cashed in on my money arm. And this was different because the last tournament I went with my right and I got second. So, and then I ran into Max Polk. That's one thing too. Speaking of like Max Polk, fucking Paul Italia, I was figuratively speaking looking for somebody at the end of, or near the end of the class that I competed. Somebody give me a fucking challenge, you know. But there was nobody there, and I finally got the gold. I was damn near determined. Like, I was seriously like, I was going to be like, man, if I can't beat this motherfucker, I'm just going to go super hard. I'm going to break my shit. Fuck it. Because, like, I really wanted to win gold on this one because it was going to mean, and it does. I mean, this is just, you know. And really, in a way, I didn't have too many doubts on getting this. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I would argue in a way that, yes, amateurs is not pro. But I kind of look at amateurs because you do have other classes that are lower than amateur. You actually technically have, if you want to get on it, you got pro, then you got semi-pro, which, by the way, I competed in my first tournament, and that's why I'm 1-2, which technically it should be 1-4 on my pro right arm stats, but fucking for whatever reason, my amateur stats were only sent by Glenn Brooks and his, I'm assuming his wife, who did all the stats and everything, right? So they didn't get my because I actually, when I did the Alabama State, right, I also did the Open 220 Pro class, which was fucking packed. Even had fucking goddamn Craig Toulier in that class, and I was like, holy fuck, I don't have to. Please do not have him first round or second. I mean, I was just going to be like, hey, bro, you got to, you know. I mean, seriously. I remember saying that to like Justin Bishop and them in the conversation. He's like, yeah, he doesn't know how to take it easy. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So so you got pro, you got semi-pro, and then you got amateur, right? I don't know, really, I would argue that amateur, because then you got novice, then you got the novice level, right? You got novice, amateur, semi-pro, blah. I would treat, honestly, because of the fact that semi-pro is technically, according to Corey, you know, the Flash and them who run the ARSarms.com site, and that's how he explained it to me in a personal conversation. It's like when you do semi-pro, it's going to count as a pro record. That's just, you know. So I treat amateur kind of like the AAA, like in baseball and stuff, or like in football, you know, that league or whatever that you're in, and then you get promoted, and then you're in the pros, right? That's how I look at amateur. And right now, it's looking very promising, obviously, on the left, but my right has some ways to go, unfortunately. And I'm thinking that on my right arm, it's just going to have to be a top rolling arm because I mean I can top roll and get a good hook in. But once I get this shit in right here, get that curve in there in their hand and everything, especially in the strap. I've got enough side and back pressure and everything to bring it to the pad. Cody Wood even noted that earlier, or said that earlier when me and him were, pre-competition hooking up and everything. He was there. He did not compete. He refereed. And I will not lie, Cody Wood, I do not like you as a ref. I just don't. You're like IFA shit for me, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But I love you, Cody. Yeah, you're all good, man. Yeah. Dalton was there. Fucking Levi did good. We didn't pull it all though. So yeah, I brung home the gold. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. Check out Boom and what they got going on with the PAL. His promotions and stuff. Boom's a really nice guy. He's got a cute dog. They had Tim McPherson there as a ref. And this other dude, I swear to God, looked like a fucking twin to Tim Bresnan. Oh, man. I told the dude that. I was like, dude, man, when I first seen you, I thought I was seeing double. So I had to do a double take. I was like, what the fuck? Two Tim Bresnans up there? But anyways, thank y'all for watching. I'm sure I'm probably going to get some trolls and backlash on this. Ryan Grindin, fuck you. Fuck 98. Fuck those guys. Oh, and fuck Paul Italia too. How you doing, by the way, Paul? What? You've been awfully quiet there, man. Jody, fuck you too. And Ryan Espy, fuck you. Did I miss anybody? Even though I flicked you off Tim Bresnan, I've already talked to you about that. Still love you. I hope you, yeah. Really good seeing you again. Yeah, what's next for me is basically November 2nd. And do my best to save up as much money as possible because I'm going to need it. And officially right now, all I can tell you people, and it's been ever since the fucking beginning, after the shit fell through with Christopher Kylonen, my only set match from basically the beginning is with left-handed against Clinton, the Punisher, Pickering. That is my opponent for now. There's nothing set in stone. Fuck the bottom 8. I'm not doing that dumb shit. It's over with. Just to emphasize that to David Kotlow and the shithead clowns in his group and everything. I mean, if I'm fucking paying for it, I determine what I do and don't do, okay? And as far as my fans and me are especially concerned, just to let y'all know, it's only left hand so far right now with me and Clinton Pickering. Andrew Yakovich, you should be a fucking shame to yourself. Goddamn, you were dogging me for that right arm match near the beginning. I wasn't feeling it after some time. Just being humble and modest or whatever. Backed out. And then here recently, I'm wanting to do it. I'm just like, fuck it. And then you fucking cower out. I mean, come on, dude. What kind of fucking Canadian are you? And don't give me all that bullshit with that nasty ass scar in your arm or whatever, bro. Because you've been pulling pros and shit with that same motherfucking arm. You've been pulling big ass dudes in the 240 class, man. the fuck out of here. You're fucking clowning. So I think I'm just going to leave it on that note because I just wanted to clear this up for all my true followers and fans, just in case, you know, anybody's been really paying attention. So that's it. That's all I got for November 2nd. And yes, Clinton Pickering is a smaller guy, but I was seriously impressed by this guy at AW 4.5 earlier this year when he went left-handed with a dude who was a lot bigger than him, and how he just came all the way back. He was down 0-2, I believe, and he came all the way fucking back like a champ, boy. He outlasted that motherfucker. That motherfucker's hand was blown afterwards. And Clinton, he's got that wrist. He's got that hand, baby. So I just want to see what he's talking about, you know. It's just basically going to be a very respectful, because, I mean, I stay in contacts with Clinton Pickering here and there, and me and him just have nothing but respect. Aside from all that bullshit about me being a supposed racist and shit, which is shit and has no weight. All right. So, with that, thank y'all for watching. To my haters, fuck you. Keep bringing the heat, because I feed off that. I feed off of it, fuckers. Keep hating and drinking that haterade. Yeah, love it, because I'm coming, motherfuckers. I'm coming. Look at this. Look at this. I got 5 fucking medals now. 5 from 3 different fucking states and 3 different tournaments. Suck it. Peace.